and welcome to episode 2 of Makers Monday. My name is Ellie and yeah, here we are, episode 2 of Makers Monday. Right, straight on into it then. As you can hear, there's some roaring and what have you in the background, so other half is my husband is looking after the children downstairs, and we also now have a 8-week-old Labrador puppy. So it's mayhem. Absolute bedlam and absolute mayhem downstairs. So anyway, on to knitting. Not huge amounts of time for crafting. Again, my thimble and thread make Harry Potter bag. But I have managed to do a bit more sock. So I think it was probably around about here the last time I showed it to you. So I've done a bit more sock. The line there in for the afterthought heel, which is a new thing to me, so I'm a bit panicky about doing it. And I think I'm probably a good halfway down the foot. Let's have a quick squiz, because I have already done one. Ta-da! So let's see, how much further have I got to go? Line up the lines. Doink. So yeah, I'm halfway down the foot. So I've got probably another 2 inches, which is, if I'm lucky, another evening's worth of knitting round, and then the toes, and then I've got the afterthought heels to do. So I better get cracking on these, because Mum and Dad are coming down Thursday. Monday today, Thursday. So yeah, in order for Dad to get these on Thursday and take them away with him, save me a bit of postage, yeah, I'm gonna have to get cracking. I've been monogamously knitting on this, but I have been doing other sorts of bits and pieces of an evening. Last evening, for example, I managed to write up 2 more patterns. I wrote up one pattern. I finally did the tech edit corrections to another pattern, sent them both back to the tech editor. I've got one pattern now ready to send off to test knitters. There's a thread in that on the Ravelry group, the Tithen Bryn Ravelry group. If you want to go and be a test knitter for me, head on over there. I don't think I can put a link here sort of in the screen, but I'll try and put something below to the Ravelry group, a link there. So yeah, so I've done some pattern writing bits and pieces, but I really am going to have to crack these out this week in order to get them done for Thursday. So that is basically knitting. I've done no crochet. I haven't tackled any more of my Weasley sweater or anything like that. I have got a commission to do, so after I've finished these socks, I am straight onto that commission, but that's thankfully in double knit, so it will probably be pretty quick to go. So on to sewing. Last time you saw me, I haven't actually got these things to hand. I was sewing a pair of free range over trousers for William's little friend next door. She has now received them because finally the sliders came in the post. So I was managed to make the adjustable straps, sewed them all, elasticated the base of them, everything, and they looked great. I've been sent a little video and I've taken a couple of screenshots from that, so I will insert some pictures of that here, and maybe the little bit of video as well. So yeah, I was pleased. I think she's pleased with them. Her mum certainly is, so I'm chuffed with that. I always get really bad present anxiety with the stuff that I've made. I don't know why. I get really bad present anxiety. Anyway, moving along, a bit more sewing then. I had a few offcuts of fabric, so I've made a teeny weeny pair of shorts. These are aged 0 to 3 months, and instead of using a pattern, excuse me a second, they've fallen down off the radiator behind me. Instead of using a pattern, I used another pair of shorts to draft them out. Oh no, they're 3 to 6 months, sorry, 3 to 6 months. So they're a bit small for Matty, but that's pretty much the last remnants of the tractor fabric, other than maybe a few wee bits. So elasticated ribbed waist, teeny pair of 3 to 6 month shorts. So I think I'm probably going to put those up in the shop. I have then also made 2 pairs of harem trousers. Now I have got these to hand. We have got a pair of animal ones. How fab is that? So that's the lining I used on my brother-in-law's hood. There's some ribbing around the base there, ribbing up the top. So this is another Made by Jack's Mum pattern. Made by Jack's Mum Harem pants. And they are such a quick thing. So I cut them out yesterday. I've sewn literally 2 pairs since yesterday afternoon, which for me is a rare thing to be able to do that much sewing in one hit. But they're so quick, so seriously quick. I love them. So this pair is destined for the shop because William has chosen this pair. So we have minion ones. Minions. So yes, he rather likes the minions. But then they might be a bit big. Going on his height, I cut out the aged 4 ones. Looking at him, he's a funny one. He's got a really long body. So I think the age 3 ones will probably do him fine, but age 4 will give him growing room. So I shall try them on him tonight after his bath, if he's compliant. If he's not, then maybe tomorrow morning. We'll see if we have time before nursery. But yeah, so minion harems, again, same pattern made by Jack's Mum. So we've got two aged 4 pairs, but as I said, because William's tall, I will see how they fit him. I will put a photo in. I'll be editing this tonight after they've gone to bed. So if I've managed to do it, I will put a photo in here somewhere of him wearing them, I hope. We shall see. So yeah, that's the 2 pair of harem trousers, and I think I showed you these guys last week. The other pair of harems I made, which is Matty sized at the moment, but I'm determined not to do my boys anything that's got minimal growing room, and these would have really minimal growing room. I need to do the next size up now for Matthew, because these are 6 to 12 months. I think he needs the 1 to 2 size, so because he is a little bit of a chunk. So I'll do the next size up for him and pop these ones in the shop. So that is my sewing for this week. So that'll be the free range over trousers for next door's little girl and 2 pairs of harem trousers. So I've done pretty well. Acquisitions then. Literally this week, all I have acquired are, and lost, are sliders. So I now have enough sliders to do something with all of the clips that I've got. So sliders, sliders and sliders. That is it on the acquisitions front for sewing, at least. For sewing or knitting, any of the above really. I have acquired a few bits and pieces for an outside make. I plan to make an area in the polytunnel for the children to play. We've got a huge polytunnel, and I think sacrificing a very small corner of it as a play area so we can pop the children in, and maybe stop William particularly digging up the vegetables as soon as I plant them, running over all the beds and things with his cars, and chomping up new seedlings and things with his cars. Anything like that's going to be a good thing. So I'm going to give it a go. I've bought a windbreak to keep them away from the plastic sides because James was particularly worried about that, and I've bought some grass, some fake grass to go down underneath as a bit. And then I'm just going to use some of the tractor tyres and things. So yeah, that'll be a make at some point, and I'll probably do a video about that as well. So yes, that is pretty much it on the roundup for this week. So a bit more of Dad's socks done, 2 pairs of harem trousers and a pair of free range over trousers. Plans for this week then, I'm hoping to get at least another pair of free range over trousers cut out. I don't know if they're going to be the lined or the unlined ones, not sure. I plan to do definitely a pair of lined ones for Matty. I don't know if I've got enough fleece at the moment to do lined ones for Will, but Will's got some rubberized trousers so he's happily running around in, so I don't need to do any for Will. Matty, on the other hand, needs a pair. And then I'm going to start looking at the bits and pieces the patterns and the things for me, I've got something called Design Your Own Wardrobe, and that's a Seamwork publication. I'll try and put a link to that below. So it's a Seamwork publication. I'm going to work my way through that, and again I'll probably do a video on that as well, working my way through that. And basically I'm going to redesign my wardrobe. I'm going to haul out all of my clothes, what fits, what doesn't fit, and what sort of looks I want to create as well, what sort of things I want to be wearing. So just having a bit of a rethink really now, post kids, post complete life change, moving to the small holding. I need different clothes for different things, you know. I can't be wearing like I could wear a dress to work, sort of, with leggings or jeans or something, but I couldn't necessarily wear a dress wandering around doing the weeding. You wouldn't want to be kneeling on the hem of a dress doing the weeding, but yet I still go out and do bits and pieces. But then I'm going out and doing bits and pieces, and I've got a Matty with me to feed. So yeah, having a bit of a rethink and a redesign. So popping back in, there is one other project I've managed to do. Ages and ages and ages ago, my mum appliqued this wonderful panel for me, or for William, with all his trucks and things, because I wanted basically something to put over his school bag, because his school bag it was a cheap £5 rucksack from Asda. It was Man United, I think. So I've taken the badge thing off the thing, and I've covered up the panel at the top with this wonderful panel. I've done quite a crappy job of sewing it on, but it was so hard without actually taking the bag completely apart, seam ripping it out. It was actually pretty damned hard to get into, especially down this bottom bit, to get in there and get it even relatively straight. And then there was a little bit of a kink at the top there, so I should have probably worked from the top down and had the kink down in the bottom corner somewhere, but meh, it's on. It's better than what was there before, and nobody else will have a school bag like this. Thank you, Mum. Shortly. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed Makers Monday, and I will see you all again shortly.